It's the very beginning of October. Crappies are starting to get hot. We're gonna try and find some schools and catch some fish. So right now we're just looking around the lake. We're just trying to look for schools. We have a marker buoy in the boat, so if we find something really substantial, we'll pull off like 10 feet, throw it out, and then we can have a good idea where the school holds. But I've been looking around for about the last 20 minutes, and I've found a lot of fish that are pretty scattered along the bottom. I think they're crappies by the way they're showing up on the graph, but we'll have to drop the bait down and see if they want to play. But yeah, that's the game plan right now. We know there's typically fish in this area, so we're just gonna spend some time looking at our sonars until we locate a couple schools, and that's the current game plan. So when we find a good school, we're gonna stop, fish them. If it's a really, really good school, we may drop a marker, but we'll have to see in a minute. Marked a few fish here, so I'm just gonna drop down. This is pretty cool. This is a fish finder mount, and this is their new one with the twist handle. So it's pretty awesome because I can just sit here and rotate it and look around without getting out of my seat or swinging it too far. It's really accurate too. So I'm just watching live. I just marked a few fish here, so I'm gonna try and get back on top of them. Oh. Right where he should be. Oh yeah. It's quite chilly out today. This is one of the coldest days we've had yet. And these fish aren't super duper active, but we're finding them and they're still biting. Beautiful fish. As you can see here on the map, we dropped some pins, a couple waypoints on the cover that we're fishing, dropped some waypoints there, and then that just lets us stay, have a general idea where we're trying to fish, and then we're just gonna keep the boat moving until we're marking them. We have live running here, 2D running here, and then the live's running off of this fish finder mount, which is sweet. So you have it lined up, so wherever that fish is pointing is where your transducer's looking, and all you have to do is rotate it here. Pike?
Everything likes feeding crappies.
Yeah. 16-inch crappie. Pike. Yeah. Oh. Dang. Got piked. Took my little VMC jig there. Oh, classic. The key to all this is to be really accurate with boat positioning. So it's a little windy here. I'm back trolling. Obviously I'm on the tiller, eyes on the screen, and like right there, when you mark a fish, there's 0. I'm gonna back up and try and stop the boat right on top of those fish. And the other key is that you can use your line kind of like an indicator on where your boat is. Obviously these are light baits, so they'll move around, but you try and keep your line right up and down. So if you drop on the fish, now I'm gonna keep the boat moving back and forth, just trying to keep the back of the boat into the wind so that I can keep my line perfectly vertical. We don't want our baits moving very much. These fish are, tends to take quite a bit of finesse to get them to bite. So I'm gonna try and keep my bait as still as possible, shake it a little bit, and stay right vertical over the fish. So here's a little cluster of fish here. You can see them on 2D. Right just over here, turn the mount a little bit. Oh, we might have moved just off it slightly. But right near here is a nice, I can't tell exactly what it is, looks like a log or something, nice piece of cover. And that's what's holding these fish. Oftentimes when they're in these basins this time of the year, there's not, like, it's usually fairly featureless. So it'll be a piece of cover that's holding them in place. Usually it's wood. I mean, if you can find wood, that's my favorite thing to fish. There's the tree there. You can see that's the structure or the cover we're fishing. Just turning the handle here. Right there. Just off the screen, we back up a little bit. Often we'll find the fish tucked in right here. Ugh, big pike coming in.
Oh, pike?
Nope. It's a decent little crappie. Took us a while to find a little school, but we marked something on the bottom that seems to be holding fish. Often these fish are just going to be surrounding like some little piece of structure on the bottom, a stick, a log, a little tree, like a sunken deadhead or whatever. Once you find that little piece of structure, the crappies are usually nearby. It's just a small one, but we'll let them go and see if we can get a few more. Pike. I knew that's what it was. Yeah. Nice big mark, but I knew what it was. There. We just dropped the anchor down because we marked some fish on this wood here. So we'll see. Instead of trying to battle the wind with the boat, we're just gonna float here for a sec. All right, well, that's a wrap for the day. Caught a whole bunch of nice crappies, bunch of pike too that are obviously there just feeding on those fish, and some walleyes too. So it was a great day. I mean, the game plan in the fall for us is always find those deeper pockets and then look around for the structure the cover that's holding the fish. And if you do that, it's the highest percentage locations in the lake, I think, for finding fall crappies. Keep that in mind next time you go out. Use that as a general rule, and I think it'll help you catch a few more fish if you look for them in those locations. Find the wood, find the weeds, find the cover in those deeper pockets where you know these fish are setting up. If you locate that stuff, you'll likely locate the fish, so keep that in mind. Keep that as a general rule, and you'll definitely catch a few more fish.